And here in Africa, the lower Volta Basin in Ghana is grappling with a dire situation following the release of excess water from the Akosombo and Kipong dams, leading to severe flooding. Critical installations, including hospitals, morgues, schools, banks, and marketplaces, are all underwater. Residents are watching helplessly while their homes and farms continue to be submerged across 6 districts. The National Disaster Management Organization, who with support from the Ghana Navy and other security agencies, are frantically working to relocate the affected people. And Ghanaian Christian Community International, the president of that organization, joins me now, James Lati. Thank you for joining us on the program this hour. We understand you just got back from Ghana yourself. Help us understand what's happening there with 26,000 people displaced. Mr. Lati, help us understand the situation in Ghana, especially with over 26,000 being displaced by the flood.
Thank you very much and good afternoon. The situation in Ghana as a result of the spillage from the Akosombo Dam sincerely has caused a lot of havoc to the inhabitants or to the people living in the parts where the river flows. For example, in Mepe and some other areas in the Volta region. The sincere truth of the matter is that people have been displaced and it has caused a lot of unfortunate incidents which has made the inhabitants not really living in a palatable way. And so there's need for the government, as I believe, to step into it as fast as possible to save the situation so that the lives of people who have been displaced will be preserved.
How much of this do you consider man-made? If we're talking structures and drainages that could have helped, and how do you think government can intervene with a more sustainable effort going forward?
The government, like I said earlier on, need to have given enough education before the spillage. And if even it was done at all, I think probably it wasn't done enough. So now the spillage has come, the spillage has displaced people, marketplaces have been displaced, people's homes have been submerged, and activities that need to go on to fetch daily income for the inhabitants or the people living in that area of the Akosombo Dam and environs have now been displaced. I recommend government should set up an emergency agency that will quickly get into how to rehabilitate the people who have been displaced. Because many of them now cannot go to their various places of work. The children can't go to school. They are at home. The water has taken over every place, taken over hospitals, taken over every available space. The resultant effect is displacement, which is causing an untold hardship to the people living in the areas where the river and the water has spilled into.
The Akosombo and Kipong dams, we understand, play a critical role in providing hydroelectric power to the country. Is this a one-time incident or it has happened before?
Yes, as you rightly said, was built and it provides electricity to the country, factories, homes, etc. I believe since the government knows that year in, year out, whenever there is so much volume of water behind the dam, they need to open the dams or the tunnels to allow water to flow. I believe it has to be done at a time when possibly the water level has not gone to the level at which it was before they started the spillage. Or alternatively, they could have done it at a time when the rains isn't as much as it is now, because that area is a prone area for rain. The rain comes in almost every now and then. And so the volume of the water keeps on increasing. So the government should have possibly put in place a mechanism of spilling the water gradually in turn at different times to avoid such an occurrence, which resulted as a result of opening almost all the tunnels for the water to be spilled out.
Is affected by the flood across the 6 districts that is currently affected. President, Ghanaian Christian Community International in Ghana, James Latte, thank you for talking to us on the news this hour.
Thank you very much.